Colgate, which has often been called one of America's most beautiful college campuses by Princeton Review, puts a lot of effort into its building design and architecture. However, how much of that effort revolves around the issue of sustainability? The most commonly used definition of sustainability originated in the Brundtland Report of 1987 and is as follows: development that meets the needs of the current generations without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. There are three pillars associated with this definition: environmental, social, and economic. All three of these pillars can be related to sustainable building architecture and design. For instance, components such as whether materials are locally sourced and or environmentally friendly, how clean the air and water within the building is, who is hired to construct the building, and how economically efficient certain processes within the building are, all fall into the three pillars and can help determine how sustainable or unsustainable a building is. For the purpose of our video and our project, we have chosen to use the following definition of sustainability: construction and design that avoids environmental degradation, promotes economically efficient building practices, and allows for continuation of culture, maintenance of health, and sustainable-based education. We are setting out to apply our working definition of sustainability to the history of Colgate's building architecture and design. From the construction of West Hall in 1827 all the way until now, we've chosen West Hall, James B. Colgate Hall, Lathrop Hall, and Stillman Hall as our case studies. We're measuring sustainability using metrics from the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design Guidelines, which is the system that Colgate currently uses to rate and evaluate our own buildings. Obviously, most of the buildings we've studied are far too old to have had LEED applied to them, but we feel as though it is a very relevant and contextual way to understand how sustainability priorities have evolved over the years. Let's begin in 1827 with the construction of West Hall, Colgate's first building. West Hall was built in 1827 by Daniel Haskell. The building used stones from the local quarry for construction, as well as labor from both students and Irish immigrants. In the original construction of James B. Colgate Hall in 1874, which is now our admissions building, the walls were constructed using locally manufactured brick. Similarly, local materials were also used in the construction of Lathrop Hall in 1905, as the exterior and foundational walls are of stone from the local quarry. All other materials for the building were required to be, and I quote, first quality. Another interesting aspect of Lathrop's construction is that there was a large skylight installed, which highlighted the desire for natural light. In 1964, James B. Colgate Hall was renovated after a fire. In the specifications for this renovation, there is evidence of a focus on construction waste prevention, landscape protection and maintenance, and local material use. 1971 marked the renovation of Lathrop Hall. During this process, energy systems were completely redone, assumingly in order to increase efficiency. Also, there seemed to be a new awareness that it is important to have buildings that are flexible and adaptable to multiple uses. In 2012, Lathrop Hall became the first building to be renovated to LEED Silver standards, and this paved the way for the creation of Colgate's Green Building Standards. Implemented in 2014, the standards state all new construction and major renovations shall achieve at minimum a LEED Silver rating under the latest adopted LEED standard, meet the following criteria, and achieve the associated LEED points. Colgate's focus on sustainability in our buildings has been seemingly increasing, and the Green Building Standards are a great step forward. However, Stillman Hall will not be renovated to a LEED Silver rating. This brings us to the current day. In a conversation with John Pomilio, we ask why it is important for Colgate to focus on incorporating sustainability into building construction and design.
Well, I think it's part of our academic mission. We have it's stated in our campus strategic plan that we are paying attention to both the academic mission, but also the living experience as well. So since we spend almost all of our waking hours inside of buildings, it's important to pay attention to how we design and construct those buildings, especially given our sustainability goals as a campus.